What it do, y'all? Shalom to all my kings and queens, you know, sultans and empress, sultans and all my empress, you know. Today I'm glad to do this video at work, which, you know, if you check all my other videos, is not usually at work. I usually don't do that 9 to 5. I'm usually, you know, on my own business. And I'm glad to do this because it's a perfect example on how to liquidate, you know, corporate money or, you know what I'm saying, United States dollars and liquidate it to your business so you can finance and sponsor your own idea of life. Now, the thing is, I don't know what I'm gonna name the video, but I'm gonna try to make it only 15 minutes. I really wanna talk about, make sure you can hear me. You know, I'm at work. I really wanna talk about group economics, or economics, however you wanna say it, however you pronounce it. Group economics or group economics. So, talk a little louder, not to be too loud, because I am at work. The thing is, right, we don't know that, you know, a lot of these entities are unionized by groups and partnerships of people who have the same ideology or idea of life and lifestyles. And understand that together they can finance anything they want, no matter if they getting paid minimum wage or whatever. They can finance anything they want by being a group and putting their mental to it. Staying focused is what I'm saying. So again, talk about group economics. And the reason why I say I don't know what to name the caption, because of course our people are attracted to adversity. So I'm gonna have to name it something like why Trump called us lazy. Or I believe that black people are lazy. I do believe in Trump. Maybe that'll make y'all watch it. I might believe in Trump. Here's fourth why. So the thing is, right, again, of course we think we're the minority, whatever that means. But the thing is, right, I could use my job for example. It's, again, we outnumbered, we the minority, right? But it's maybe 10 black people out of 40, you know, Caucasians, and then, you know, we got Spanish people, like 10, 20 Spanish people. So out of, you know, out of 60, it's only 10 black people, right? But watch this. Quote unquote, them 10 black people, them same 10 black people could do what? Pick just, let's say at the least, should be 50, but at the least, they could put $10 to the side a week, and they all getting paid the same, or they all at the same job, so they know they're getting paid. Let's put it like that. Nigga, $10 a week for what? 36. Yeah, you should have 36 weeks since you got 360 days. Oh no, sorry, you have 52 weeks in a year. My nigga, $10 a week from 10 people, which is $100 a week for 52 weeks. That's 52,000 right there. $52. So just in 2 years, that's 104,000 between 10 people. And you can also do kickbacks with that 4,000, split it back into 10 for 10 people. Wow. And that means them same 10 people can start their own business and leave their job so they can finance their own ideology of life and become millionaires, billionaires, whatever. Have gold and silver, be overseas with money. Because remember, the United States dollar is just for that nation. See? Okay. So, henceforth again, I might do agree with Trump when he said that black people are lazy. Because here we are in 2020. And it also proves my point about, again, union and not doing things, thinking you could do things by yourself. Because the only thing you can do by yourself is I don't give a fuck even if you got $1 million. But you can just, only thing you can do by yourself is depend on somebody to print you out that check every week. Somebody else. Which all numbers, all money is just signatures. So what you're doing is depending on somebody else to give you permission by their authorization. Because you don't control how much get printed, nor do you print it. So I laugh when black people think they're independent and they still getting a check. And I'm like, last time I checked, you ain't cutting the cotton or dyeing that bitch and putting the value system on it. So you don't control nothing. You still at somebody else's leisure. Whether you're getting $1 million a week, I don't care what you getting paid. Okay. So again, I'm actually giving y'all literally, this is free game. I'm giving you the revolution, the reformation of how you change life, of how black people can really come up, quote unquote, whatever that is, black. I consider more. M-O-O-R, which is fact. 1492, the Moors was defeated by the Roman Spaniards. The Catholic Roman Spaniards. And in 1492, that was the same time that Christopher Columbus was allowed to come over. You can do the math. Anyway, 52 weeks, $10 for 10 people at your job will leave you 52,000. In 2 years, y'all can retire. Literally, y'all have 100,000 as a group. You could probably split that up into 2 businesses or 1. If y'all agree on the same ideology, that's it. And even if y'all don't, if y'all can just take majority rules and then build the first business and then liquidate it into another one, now everybody wins. Whatever. Not to mention, of course, you don't have to spend the whole 100,000. 104 to be exact. 104,000. So remember, the whole group can get a kickbacks. But what are we doing, y'all? It's something that we're not doing and we need to. 10 people, $10 a week. $100 a week from all 10 people, basically, for 52 weeks. That is $52,000. I'm gonna say it again. So this is what I mean by we are lazy. $52,000, and that's at the least. So again, if we do 20, then you understand that you had 100,000 in 1 year. Do 30, do 50. Again, you should be able to buy your own land, set your own establishment, and make a warehouse, whatever you want. And I even give you the order of how we should do this. Come closer again. This is crazy. The first thing we need to do is what we call, quote unquote, black people or Moors of hue, so we can be all over the world international, just like the Spaniards and the Italians, Germans, and all of them are all different nations, but they're together on the fact of one interest, on the world. They share the same common interest, the same common denominator in life. Okay. So again, we can do the same thing as melanated people, and what we have to do is what? Make this nationwide by, 1 second, I'm gonna see if you think of it before me. Building a science lab, tech, or whatever you want to call it, a science centre. Why? Because without science, I'm in the electrician division, and I'm building cages right now because we have a little bit of work today. So I'm staying in the warehouse building cages, and my point is, without even doing something as simple as this, we'll never know what's the breaking point or the what. What's the max point that this rebar can hold without science? So, again, if we make a science research lab, we can have food, water, we can make tools, gadgets, all of this, and the distribution centers after that. And then we also can what? Make an army so we can protect our resources. And after that, you have a what? Nation. And in between the war, we should be making our own language. But anyway, don't say this ain't been said before. Like Tupac said, I might not can't do it by myself, so I'm proving what? I'm knocking 2 birds out with 1 stone, proving my point. You can't do it by yourself, and I'm proving that black people ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. So again, even if I can't get it started, I'm gonna spark the mind and do it. Long live Tupac. Keep saying it. $10, 10 people a week, 52 weeks in a year. That's 52,000. 2 years, that's 104,000. If you make it 20 a week, which is easy, you got 100,000 in a week, 100,000 in a year. I'm sorry. So if it's $20 a week, 10 people, then you still have 104,000 a year without the 2 years, and then y'all can quit. Oh no. Maybe I'm talking Spanish. Let's say it one more time. Let me say it closer. $10, 10 people, 52 weeks, $52,000. In 2 years, that's 104,000. Okay. I'm trying to show you how to do this. And then you can cut it even and reverse people, you know, with a kickback with the extra 4,000 and keep the 100,000 if you get what I'm saying. Come on, man. Group economics. That's what might be the name of this video. So again, I might have to say Trump, it has nothing to do with racism when he said that black people are lazy. That actually was something he observed on a higher perspective. Because on a lower perspective, we think, again, because I'm at work, I'm not lazy. No,